Hey guys, good day to all. Got a bag of Eureka Paydirt. We've all seen this advertised in many places. Here's a close-up of it so you know what you're getting. This has a tall order of what's included here, so we're going to see if they fulfill everything they advertise for. Our bag is a little over 7 ounces, and it was 25 bucks, free priority shipping. You got to figure that in. It's got to be worth $6-7 bucks. So, anyways, here's what we come across. This is all the printed material. 1 scoop, like I said, a little over 7 ounces. Look for the Bonanza bag. Now, this is the interesting part. It's one of the richest Paydirts available. Find big gold such as nuggets, pickers, flakes, specimens, minerals, fines, and flour. Okay, so it kind of covers, you might get a little of everything. Feedback, they list some very positive feedback. Somebody found 4 nuggets, didn't say how big. What will I find inside of your gold Paydirt? It will contain a varying assortment of rocks and minerals. This is not a chance listing. You will receive actual factory sealed gold Paydirt from an actual gold mine. Each purchased unit will come with gold found, both naturally occurring and gold that has been added. Added to make sure everybody has a good experience. Last thing, okay, this is about the Bonanza. Now this is the interesting part. Yes, just like the old timers, it is possible to find the Bonanza. Okay, rare Bonanza units will contain 2 to 5 times added gold. Now we still don't know what the gold is. We don't know if it's 1/10 of a gram or half an ounce. We don't know. But for 25 bucks, what do we expect? Now, as far as the average, what you will find, it says a Bonanza will occur 1 in 3 times. Okay, got it right here printed. Here's the part that I can't quite understand. I'm going to read it exact. Bonanza units occur on average 1 in 3. Bonanza unit details are reflective over an entire production and may be found by all. Now, what do you think? It says 1 in 3. Does it mean if you buy 3 bags you're going to get a Bonanza? Doesn't really say that, but it does say it can be found by all, which I think would be like going to the moon this afternoon for lunch with Elon Musk. So I don't know if that's going to happen. And that's about it. A lot of fine points there I'm not going to get into. So anyways, let's do this. I'm going to set up the pan here on the bench. We're going to open it up, see what you get. Also, I'm going to show you these. You get some instructions on probably gold panning. You know, which is always a nice, it's a nice touch to get things, whether it's a vial. Not really seeing instructions here. I'm going to read these to myself. Now there's a 20% off coupon. Your next gold order, scan for a discount. Kind of nice. But anyways, all right, we're going to open this up. Like I said, a little over 7 ounces, and doesn't look like we need to classify it, but we might just for kicks to see if we see any gold before we put it in the pan, and as far as the water goes. So anyways, guys, stand by. Okay, we are ready to roll here with our Eureka Paydirt. It is a sealed bag that's, there we go, very tightly sealed, by the way. I'll be sure we get all the gold we can. Alright. We always wash out our bags, which we'll do here shortly. I do see couple of flakes, which you're probably not going to be able to see on camera. One there. Yeah, these are so small. I lost it. There was a couple though. I think what we're going to do here, guys, we're just going to pan this just like it is. We're going to use our big pan because it's a little more exacting. Alright, so here we go. Got our wash tub ready. Have our jet dry in there. Alright, let's see what happens here. I'm still curious to how much we actually get, being as it didn't say. There is no warranty, there is no guarantee, so the smallest ROI we ever got, and it was a little bit disappointing. It was from one of the very big sellers, big presence on YouTube, somebody that I followed for quite a while. In a $20 bag, it had $2 worth of gold in it, and we panned it twice just to be sure. So anyways, that was and some other $20 bags we've gotten $20 worth of gold. And of course, with gold, I think it closed yesterday, Friday, April 24th or 5th, at $3,300 and about $50. So gold is crazy right now. These guys selling Paydirt probably really need to keep an eye on the price of gold, because they could end up selling it for less than they could get less money for what the gold is actually worth. So anyways, this appears to be a unwashed sample. Let's see if we do see some gold. We do see some gold. Let's switch, go to our, do see some black sand too. Actually see a piece that's I don't know if we're going to call it big, but I think what we're going to do here, I like to show how the magnet works. And a lot of these very small samples, I don't really draw out the black sand because it makes the panning experience a little more fun. But what I think we're going to do, we're going to leave some of this black sand in here. I see several colors. I see I see a floater there, and we have jet dry in here. But anyways, I see about two of them floating around in there. That's odd. Maybe I didn't put enough jet dry. Okay, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 pieces. One of them, you know, bigger than the others. So, guys, what I'm going to do here, there's a lot of black sand left. I normally pan it down further, but I'm going to dry this out, and then I'm going to show you how effective the magnet is. So, guys, let me get this dried up. Give you a little close-up if you can see the gold. 2 still wanting to float there. So, anyways, stand by. We'll weigh it up and see what we got. Okay, so what we're looking at is our mother load from this 7-ounce bag of Paydirt. There's about, looks like 7 pieces. I think there's a really tiny one stuck in that black sand. But what I want to do here, and I may have gone a little overboard, as you can see by the amount of black sand I left in here. But I did that for a reason. I'll show you why. I want to show you how well the magnet works. So what we're going to do here, we're going to dump this out on a clean white sheet of paper with the black sand. And you have to kind of be careful. I'm going to spread this around a little bit when you use a magnet, because sometimes that gold can get drawn up with the black sand. So some of this black sand, this is not as magnetic as I thought. Not nearly. We may have to put this back in the pan. Yeah, there's a lot of non-magnetic sand. Okay, what we're going to do here You see here we don't have any visible gold that we've drawn up, but I think what we're going to do, we're going to put this back in the pan. We know how many pieces are in there, but it's easier to draw it out with a snuffer bottle from the pan, so that's what we're going to do. This video got, excuse me, got a little bit longer than maybe we had anticipated, but alright, let me draw this over here. We'll pan this one more time. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Alright. The sole purpose of this is to do nothing more than draw out our gold with our snuffer bottle. Looks like we got all but one. Alright, let's get rid of our black sand. Let's see how well we did. Probably real well because this is such a small sample. I always like to rinse out my bottle a little bit. Sometimes the gold doesn't necessarily get stuck at the bottom, it gets stuck around the rim. And then I back flush the tube like so. Alright, let's draw out our gold one more time. Kind of went an extra step, but I did want to show you on that magnet. That magnet really showed me that a lot of that black sand is not magnetic. That was a big surprise. Oops. Alright. Sometimes you got to be careful because your biggest piece could clog the tube. So, alright guys, stand by just a second. We're going to dry this and give you a final weight, and we certainly appreciate you watching so far. So, stand by. Got 1 minute left. Okay, so there is our dried mother lode. We did find gold. There was no guarantee in this bag of pay dirt, but like they say, we did find gold. So anyways, let's weigh this up, see how much gold we did find. I'm saying or thinking it's probably less than $5. Let's get our trusty scale out here. Put this into our specimen jar. Could have used one that was a little bit smaller. Alright, let's see what we come up with, guys. We're not expecting to set the world on fire here, but there was no deception in the advertising. Keep in mind this was $25 and free shipping. So 0.120, let's see what it's worth in today's market. Okay, we are around goldcalc.com. Yesterday's gold price was $3,319, and that was April 25th of 2025. And believe it or not, guys, this gold, based on most placer gold, is based on 24 karat. That's sort of a common denominator. Believe it or not, this is worth $12.81. So do I give a thumbs up to Goldpaydirt.com? Yes, I certainly do. There's their website. Tell them you saw it on YouTube and we sent you. Who knows? Maybe you'll get the bonus bag. We'd like to hear back. So guys, for now, we appreciate your viewership. If you have not subscribed and you have it in your heart to click that button, we will be here and hopefully we'll have your back in your gold panning ventures. So for now, Doug at Doug's World Toured, and I am out.